today I thought that I would do another flip cup pour. This time I have made all the pots the same. They are all in the same order. I shall just try to flip them on. So that's got those on. So yes, I've got 5 cups. They're all layered in the same order. I have got Amsterdam white at the bottom and at the top, and then in the middle I have got a Liquitex gold. I have got Deco Art rose gold. I've got a mixture of an Amsterdam Prussian blue and also another blue, phthalo blue. This one is a mixture of a turquoise and a sky blue, which is Montmartre. This one is Liquitex lime green. And then this one, that there isn't much left of, was a Deco Art pearl white, and that is the only one that has got any silicone in it. None of the others have. So I thought that I would just kind of pour them out and we'll see what happens. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So I think I'll just kind of move them down a little bit. And any that's left over might be handy for any corners. So I was trying to choose some nice calming colours, and I put the dark blue in there for a contrast because the other colours weren't quite so strong in colour. And I only put the silicone in the one of them because I didn't want too many cells, but I can see that I've got quite a few there. But that is always the thing. You never quite know how it's going to turn out. So I'm going to just cover some corners with what is left in these pots, because those are the bits that are always difficult to get to. Between most layers of paint, so between, for instance, I started with the Liquitex gold, then I put a layer of the pearl white which had the silicone, then I went for the rose gold, then I went for a layer of the pearl white. So for quite a lot of them I did sandwich the pearl white in between them. The reason that I did that is because I hoped it would stop some of the colours from going muddy. And because I'd thought that I did want to have quite a bit of white by the time I'd finished. I don't know whether I will or not. I can certainly see that we've got some cells in there. I also don't know if I've got enough paint to cover the canvas. That's another thing I don't know. But we shall see. be a surprise for everyone. I'm just going to take some of this round onto these edges as well, while that paint is just settling. But the colours look nice. I thought this time that I would try with the 5 cups all having the same colours in, because I thought then they would blend together. And you'll probably see a bit of a join from where they are, but because the colours all blend, I think that will be okay. Whereas the last one I did was completely different colours, and I just really found it difficult to blend them together, and in the end decided that I didn't like it so much because they didn't blend. So it's a nice warm day here today, which is nice. Better than raining, which it was last week. Not too hot though. It's about 22 degrees, I think. So you'll probably hear all the little birds in the background as I paint today. I mean, eventually I'm hoping that this paint is going to tip over the edges anyway, but I just thought I would do this. I guess it's a difficult balance between wanting the paint to tip over the edge but not wanting it to pull all the paint off that you like. I dare say if it doesn't tip too much, I can always put a bit of white to help it to move a little bit. I haven't put anything down on the canvas at all apart from these cups. I didn't put a base layer on today because I thought I can always add that if I want to. And I used my little cups because I didn't want to have so much paint that it was all going to be just tipped off again. So I went out for the first time today in weeks and since March. It's now July. And I went to the shops for the first time, only a couple of shops, and that's where I saw this little canvas, and I thought it was very sweet. I thought it was a really nice size, and I didn't have one this size. There, so that's got the edges done. So I'm going to see how this moves, and if it moves okay, then that'll be fine. If it doesn't, then I'll add some white to help it. But yes, it looks like it's moving okay. I'm going to spin it around, and then as I move it, you will be able to see what it's doing, rather than me tilt it towards myself and then you can't see anything at all. And I don't want to distort the composition too much. But I think that's looking quite nice. I like that blend of colours there. So I think I will just keep gently tilting it. I don't want to distort it too much, so I'll just keep gently doing it. I kind of was happy if it stayed in the lines of the cups. in the 5 lines of layers going. I guess it's vertically, isn't it? Depends which way you have it up, I guess. I can now see the disadvantage of doing the edges first, because obviously I get covered in paint every time I pick it up. It's slowly getting there. Somebody has clearly got their hedge trimmer out today, so I'm afraid that's going to be a bit noisy. So now this is where I want to be careful not to tip off the bits I like. I like this bit, I don't really want to lose that. So I think I'll try and tip it a little bit the other way. Yes, and I like these colours in the middle here too. That's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I want to bring down the middle, but I don't want to tip off that end. Tell you what I did though. I took this cardboard from the canvas when I unwrapped it, because I've seen people use them to catch the paint on the edges. So that would be handy if it did that. Hello, my little cat Itsy has come to say hello. And it's certainly looking very green, which is interesting. There was only one green, but then I guess there was 2 blues as well. Might just put a little bit of white paint around the edges just to help that move a little bit, because I don't want to lose too much of the design, because I'm quite liking the design, but it just needs to go to the edge just that little bit. I particularly like the edge that I'm at the moment, actually. There, so by putting a bit of paint around the edges, I'm hoping that might just help it just to move to the edge that little bit. But I don't want to tip all the colour off. So, oops, I've got a drip there, never mind. Right, let's see if that helps at all. Just a don't mind if there's more white on there. I like the white. I think it's going to be a very slow process. You kind of get to a bit and you don't want to distort the pattern too much. I don't like it if it goes too jagged. It's getting there, very, very slowly. Just going to gently rock it from one side to another. Rather than do it too much all at once. Ah, there you go, it's got to the edge now. Take it down this way a little bit, just see if I can get it down to that corner. I think it's getting there, it's getting there, it's nearly there. Yay! It's got to the corner. Right, so now I need to just get it to go back the other way, just a bit at the bottom. Because I'd like it to be more in the original lines of the cups. And it does have to get to that end. But yes, it's looking good. I am quite pleased with the way that's looking. Yeah, the rose gold and the gold are both metallic as well, so they should have a nice shimmer, and of course the pearl white was also metallic, so I'm hoping that it should make it quite nice and shimmery when the whole thing dries. edge over just a little bit at the bottom, but it's looking nice so far. Oh, it's an effort, isn't it? Assess it before I do any more. I haven't put any torch on here either, actually. I didn't want to put too much of a torch on it to start with because I didn't want there to be too many cells in there, and I have put silicone in that metallic white, pearl white. So there's a couple of little bare bits. There's these bits here that could do with encouraging to go over this edge. And I think that might be, oh yeah, this little bit here, but that is quite a nice colour there. I don't want that to tip off too much. A little bit there. And there's a bit on this white edge, but I don't mind that white edge. I suppose we don't have white edge anywhere else, and it does depend what way you hang it up, I guess. So maybe I will have to take it down that way a bit. Yep, it's going down. I do like the copper on that corner though. I don't particularly want to lose it. There's a bit of a gap between that white and there. Oh, that's gone over that edge. Oh. This will get to a point and I will have to only pick it up from the underneath so that I haven't got any fingerprints on the edges. But I think that's looking quite nice now. I still haven't got it quite the way on this edge. Oh, let's see if I can at all encourage it to go down that way. I think I can see now why people put such a lot of paint on, because otherwise there's no weight to it to help it to move. Right, have another attempt at getting it on that corner. Oh, it's going down. It is coming down to that corner, and then I'll have to straighten it out again. Right, so that's got it on that corner. So now, maybe just a touch more on that corner. It's just a little bit, just there. Right. So I'll just let it tip a bit more. Okay. And I will now just try to just get it to be a bit more central. Now, I certainly haven't done one at all yet that has been as green as this. And I did put quite a lot of white in it. Interesting, we've got these round bits that are the silicone sitting on there. I don't mind if I tip those off at all. Right, this edge could do with something on there. I might just stick a little bit of white. It's only a tiny little bit on that edge, but it needed some paint there, because otherwise you can just see the canvas looked a bit sparse. But all the other edges are looking okay. Stick a little bit on that edge. Again, I don't mind if there's more white. Right, I think I will put the torch on and we will see what happens. I think there will be a few little colours to come through on this little bit. Maybe that little bit. Yeah, I like that white coming through there. Oh, look. Let's see what happens in this area. So I've only very lightly put that torch on, but yeah, those colours really do come through. Look at that lovely bright green underneath there. Yes, I think that's looking all right. I don't know what way up it would go. But yeah, wonder if there's any other bits to do. I don't know. I don't want it to be too spotty. I quite like that little white bit there. This is lovely with the mixture of colours there. So no, I think I am going to call that finished. I will bring the camera down and you can have a good look at that. But I'm quite happy with that now. It's I don't know if it's entirely how I started out thinking it would be, but I think it looks fine. So I shall just turn this camera off and then I will bring you down and you can have a good look at it close up. Well, here it is close up, and I have only just finished painting it. I'm sure that those cells will change over time, but it's looking really nice. This little area here, I don't want to stick my finger in it, but some very interesting colours there. Nice calming colours. There. So I will show you that probably tomorrow. And as I like to say, let's hope I like it tomorrow. So we will see what that's like. Okay, bye bye for now. Well, it is the next day and I'm very happy with how this is looking. I didn't mention before that this is 50 centimetres by 20 centimetres. So it's quite long. The edges are looking really nice and the colours are looking great. I'm happy with all of that. And there's not too many cells. You've still got lots of nice white swirly bits in there as well. It's still wet, it's not dry yet. The edges I think are dry to the touch at least. So yes, on the whole I am very happy with this. I can see, I've just replayed the video to have a look before I post it, and I can see that I think it probably would have moved a lot better had I have put more white around the edge, I think perhaps before I started moving it. But on the other hand, I didn't want to just tip all the paint off, and I didn't want there to be so much movement that it pulled all the pattern off. But I think, yes, I probably should have put a bit more white on there before I started moving it, and I think it would have moved a lot easier. Because yeah, it was quite an effort in the end, really, to get it all to move. But having said all of that, I am very happy with it. So I just thought I would show you that. There you are. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I know it's a bit long. I'm sure you must have fast forwarded it throughout all the stretching, but here is the end result. I will perhaps put I don't know, probably a gloss varnish on. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.